Welcome to the 5 on 5 this evening. I'm joined by Paul Hillyer. He's the superintendent for the Klamath Falls City Schools. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So I hear a lot about this program that you have over there that's very centered on graduation rates. I believe it's called Klamath Promise?
That's correct. Yeah, we call it the Klamath Promise Initiative. It's a community-wide initiative. We started about a year and a half ago. I asked various members of the community, key leaders in the community, if they would help us accomplish our district mission, which is 100% graduation rate. And we needed a lot of help because there's lots of challenges in accomplishing that goal, especially with a high poverty population and a lot of families that are struggling. So the 25 members that I asked to serve on that, 24 said yes, and that's how we got started. And from that point on, the county school district asked if they could join, and we said certainly, and so they've come on board with us and are a good partner with us. And then also Klamath Community College and Oregon Tech University, just lots of community members in general, all kind of working in the same direction with the same goal in mind.
I see. And when do you hope to achieve this goal by?
Well, you know, it's one of those goals that could be decades in the making, but what we want to see is progress really every single year. You know, our goal is 100% graduation rate, but we want to see that improve, 5% a year. We started out in our beginning phase at about a 65% graduation rate. This last year we're at about 69% graduation rate. So we're seeing that incremental improvement, and as long as we see improvement, that's really the goal.
Absolutely. And here at KOBI-TV NBC5, we have a special program, our YES initiative, Youth Education Success. It's where we partner up with local businesses and help schools, get those programs that kids really enjoy. So what is really important about kids having these extracurricular programs in addition to their normal academic day?
Well, it gives them something to look forward to in coming to the school every day. For some students, they're not coming there for math or reading. They're coming because they enjoy an athletic event or an activity like a chess club, or just having their interests piqued and utilized within the learning process. So we have to be really looking at the whole child, and these activities, whether they're extracurricular or during the school day, are very important to create a well-rounded young person.
Totally agree. Well, hey, Paul, thank you. We'll be right back with more with Paul Hillyer. Welcome back again. I'm joined by Paul Hillyer. He's the superintendent for Klamath Falls City Schools. So I hear that there is quite a unique relationship between city and county schools. Can you explain to us a little bit about how that relationship's been in the past, what it's like now? Well,
of course, we're two school districts that border one another. We serve somewhat of this same population. The county schools, of course, reach the outlying areas, the more rural areas, and then some of our suburban areas, and we're more central to the city of Klamath Falls. But we work together very closely on a number of things. The Klamath Promise Initiative is a good example of that, where we see real common interests in promoting education in the area and in working together to make that happen. So our two school boards, for example, met just last year to talk about an initiative that we're working together with KCC on in bringing more dual credits and certification programs to all of our high schools. Our boards met together with the KCC board, had supper, listened to the presentation, and jointly approved a resolution together to work very closely as educational institutions. So it's just combining the abilities and ideas that we have together to get a better product in the end. A very unique relationship for sure. Yes. And tonight I hear that you have a very important meeting scheduled. We do. We've got a bond issue that we will be putting on the ballot for November, and as part of that initiative, we really want to bring local jobs to the community, and to make that happen, we want to make sure that our local tradespeople and construction companies learn the best ways to bid the project should we have a successful bond issue, so that we can bring local jobs to the community. So tonight at 6:30 p.m. at Klamath Union High School in our library, DLR Architects and ZCS Engineering will be there to explain the project to our construction people and also talk about the way that we'll be bidding the job out if we are successful so that we can have more of our local people qualify for the work, because that's one of the key parts of our bond issue.
Okay, and if anyone else wants more information about tonight's meeting or maybe big things that are happening in the district, where can they go? I assume you have a website.
Yes, please go to our district website. That's just klamathfallscityschools.com, and you can find all the information that you need there.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.